G'day guys, what's up? How we going? Hope we're all doing well. Let's crack into another video. I haven't done a charts one in a while. We've been covering FTX for the last few. I think we're sick of talking about them. So let's look at the charts for something different. So this is Bitcoin on the weekly. It hasn't really changed much. Well, in the last few weeks. I mean, this is the last few. This is 3 weeks here. These little candles here. It's just gone sideways after the big dump. The only reason I bring it up is because I want to have a look at this versus total 2 and total 3. So total 2 is this, which is everything except Bitcoin, and total 3 is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. So total 2 and total 3, very similar. There's a very clear all-time high with total 2 and total 3. If you have a look at Bitcoin itself, we need to go back to the daily to actually see it more clearly. But if you look at it, it sort of went up and then back and then had another go and then sort of died off after that. And on the weekly chart, you can see how it went up, then down, then tried again, then died off. And that's where we are now, just at the top of this little section here. But if you go just to see here, this is total 3, went all the way up and topped. And this was January, the first week of January. So it happened afterwards. And then just went straight back down. So much cleaner if you remove Bitcoin. And this is where price is right now. So if we exclude Bitcoin, and in some ways, it might be good to do that because of what's come to light with all that FTX stuff, because they were effectively, manipulating Bitcoin, like they didn't actually have any, or, allegedly, what's coming out with Twitter and whatever. So the alt charts are way cleaner. And, you can see it here. It's bouncing off the 200 weekly nicely. That's the all-time high retest. It's a similar shape to what's happened with Bitcoin, because you had that bounce here and then the capitulation and then sideways, but it's right back on this close. I like the alt charts a lot better. So nice and clean. I think, for it could be the basis of the bottom, right? I'm not saying we're going to shoot off, but we could be meander for a while. I mean, this is just a retest of the all-time high, right? So if you're not buying here, it is super obvious. So the capitulation for it to get down to the next one is going to be way down here at about 172 billion. For it to fall from there to there, that's another 50% fall in total market cap. I think, probably the only unknown is DCG and Genesis. I don't know that it would actually get that far though. Maybe here, maybe to this level. This is still a good spot to start buying, start accumulating. Don't go all in. I've been buying some. Yeah, but I still have money on the sidelines. I've said this many times before, so nothing new. But I just thought I would bring up total 3. It just looks really clean from a retest perspective, and then you've got the longer term EMAs here. It's really good. Bitcoin itself, let's go to one with a longer history. So Bitcoin itself, this is the level that everybody's looking for here at about 12-ish. So between 12 and 10, everybody's got, crossing fingers and hoping that it's going to get down here. Definitely the obvious level. So if it does, we'll fall here, and then maybe we come back up and down sideways. Don't know. But levels are definitely here to buy some now and buy some down here if we get here, because if we don't, then you will miss out if you haven't bought any here. Yeah, nothing's really much changed. I mean, it's sideways for the last 3 weeks. On the daily, it kind of looks like it wants to, um, kind of looks like, right? This is not Head and Shoulders, but you know, you've got lower lows and then you've got this higher low now. So there's potential for a trend change. We do need to clear this area, come back up, and then back up to here. So you could, if you're going to go for some sort of short-term trade, you might want to do this if you're aggressive, or this if you're not. You know, take profit around this level, around here, where all this stuff is. On the short terms, the Ethereum, oh, it's a bit messy and choppy. I forget what the reason was. Why was it choppy? It certainly looks different on the lowers. You know, Ethereum hasn't lost the level like Bitcoin has. We'll get rid of all that. So it's still in that order block. Everything's cool with Ethereum. Don't need to be worried about that. We start falling out of here, though. Something to be concerned about. Solana getting absolutely hammered because of all this FTX stuff, and rightly so. So we're in this order block. The next order block is the $3 meme order block. It'd be good to get some down there if we could. A lot of FUD as well with, you know, all this stuff about, you know, Alameda and FTX controlling Solana, and, you know, now that they're gone, you know, it's all going to fall to pieces. That's totally not true. You've got Raj and Anatoly running the show. And as far as I can tell, I don't know what, 12 or 13% of the supply that they have, you know, which they bought in like the VC rounds at the very start, that's now under bankruptcy, Chapter 11 stuff, so they can't sell it anyway. I mean, you know, I'm no bankruptcy lawyer. Things might change. Who knows? But it's certainly not, you know, it's certainly not one of those chains that's not doing anything, where it's going to fail. Like, they've got like another 4 hacker houses to come, heaps of devs working on it, lots of things, lots of activity. I wouldn't be concerned with holding Solana if you are thinking about, you know, all the FUD and whatever. Good levels though, here and here. If it goes under that, you know, it's toast. Long way away from that. The lower time frames are similar to what I previously just drawn. So, you know, we've got, you know, this sort of thing happening, right? There's no angle, but you want to clear here, and maybe you might, let's get the brush like that. Yeah, turn that back off. Let's have a look. So if you're going to do a short-term trade, you know, you might take it up to this order block or this one. If you don't know, just, well, what is it? Trail your stop losses. That's the one. Let's look at Matic. Let's go to the weekly for Matic. It's not looking as good as it has been, because now it's broken. So it was looking good before because it had this trend going, right? But we've broken it now and it's sort of going sideways. So as long as it keeps going sideways, that's fine. There's still a lot of, you know, business development going on. Like, they're announcing, you know, so many partners. What do they have recently? Disney, and then they had there was something else that was quite impressive. So there's certainly a lot of hype about the partners that they've been signing up. So here's a nice key level. As long as it holds this level, I think everything's fine with Matic. So there's another level here. So, you know, you want to up and away. But again, all of this is correlated. So you want to make sure that the entire market's going up. Now, Litecoin's had a bit of a run on its own. It's gone up what's that, 65% now. It's back to about 43%. It's reclaimed a level. Looking good technically. What happens, fundamentally? Well, there is a halving coming up. I believe it is in April. It's either April or August. Forget. But it's next year. So you still got some time. But with with the halvings, like with Bitcoin, if you look back in the past, you see that price starts to recover leading into the halving as the hype starts to build, and then when the halving happens and it sort of takes off. Will that happen with Litecoin? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? It's definitely got the chatter though, and it has reclaimed this level. So could be one. It's reclaimed the level and reclaimed all these EMAs. So as far as the technical is concerned, this is really bullish. So keep an eye on that one. Another one. Let's go to Dodge. We'll go to Dodge. So if you haven't heard, on Twitter, Elon has put out a slide deck for what he wants to do with Twitter, and one of the slides was talking about payments. There was nothing on the slide, nothing to say that it was going to be Dodge, but as you know, the Dodge fans are going to go, well, Elon's going to use Dodge, right? It could be a TradFi payment. You don't know. It didn't even mention blockchain. So remembering that Binance is an investor now, what they chuck in like 500 million, I think. So they could be advising them on certain coins or blockchains that might be of benefit. If I was CZ, I would be recommending my own chain, which is, Binance Smart Chain. Why wouldn't you? So it might be that Binance Smart Chain gets a kick, or, BNB, could be Dodge, but, who knows? Just trade the narrative. And right now the hype is, well, Twitter's going to do payments, therefore Dodge. So that's what this pump here is. And that's similar to Litecoin. It's reclaimed a level and it's reclaimed all these EMAs. So if it comes back down to like the 8.5 cents, 9 cents mark, could be good. Could be good for an entry. We're back to where we were February 2021. It could launch again. People are saying $1, which is way up here. Could we get to $1? If we got to $1, it would be a 10x from here, which is a far cry from what people got back in early 2021. But 10x is still pretty good. Unleveraged. So, if you're one of those people that like leverage, you'd be doing a lot better. So here's BNB. Kind of looks like Matic on the chart. It's in this range, needs to break out. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really much to say with this. It's just been going sideways since August. So it's not going down though. CZ's making moves. He's killing his competition. It has reclaimed a level. It's only a small one, but went up, down, rejected. Could hold. Be interesting to see. This is the daily. What's the 4-hour look like? See, there's the 4-hour. This is, from a TA perspective, it's bullish, but so, it's bounced off here again. But again, it could just go sideways, meander. Who knows? FBTC, just quickly. Yep, still sideways. It'll be interesting to see what happens when we get to here in this trend line mid next year. All right. I think that's it. That's it for this one. All right. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.